Hey friends, I'm Mel. Welcome to Not My Kitchen today. Today I'm at my oldest daughter, Callie's house, and we're gonna do something I never do. What are we doing, Callie?
We're gonna meal prep today.
And what all are we making?
We're making a chicken casserole. We're making a chicken and wild rice soup. We're making breakfast for both me and my husband for the week. And we're trying out a new recipe that's like a sweet potato taco bowl kind of thing.
Yeah. You won't believe how many meals we're gonna get out of this and the price that it all comes down to. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Callie and her husband Ryan for the entire week. You've got to stick around and see the food and the final price reveal. You won't believe it. Okay, Callie, give us the grocery haul for the meal prep, and then Ryan can kind of put it away as you tell me.
So this is what I've got here for our breakfast. Me and Ryan both have a little bit of a different morning routine. Ryan eats breakfast here at the house, and I take mine to work with me.
You go to work pretty early, don't you?
Yeah, I go to work very early. So I make little breakfast boxes for me that have little egg bites and some of these little maple sausages.
Okay.
And then for Ryan, I make a breakfast casserole that's exactly the same thing, just in one big portion. With mine in the morning, I like to have one of these little Greek yogurts.
Okay.
And then Ryan likes to make either a smoothie or some toast to have with his. So here we've got some tropical blend that has some pineapples and mangoes and stuff. And we've got a berry medley that has berries.
That's good. And this looks like this is all Aldi stuff.
Yes, all of ours except for just a very few things are from Aldi.
Okay.
Then he has this different kind of juice every week or so, whatever he's feeling.
See tater tots.
Yeah, that's the base of the casserole.
Oh, yeah.
And also I throw one or two in each of my egg bites to give it a little bit of goodness.
Yeah, everybody needs a little potato in the morning to get them going.
Then this is our very favorite sausage.
And that's Aldi too?
Yeah, this is from Aldi, and it's real cheap too.
Yeah.
Unlike the 2 dozen eggs we go through.
2 dozen eggs a week.
Which we about have to have an armed escort to get out of Aldi with. So they're $6 a dozen now.
Even at our Aldi.
50 cents an egg.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
And our Aldi's usually cheap.
Then we blend in some cottage cheese with it to give it some extra protein. A little bit of cheese, a little bit of bacon bits. These will go in our casserole too. This right here is my holy grail. It's a Walmart trip, but it's just for 2 tablespoons, about 15 calories.
Wow.
And it tastes just like syrup to me.
Show me the back of it. Got a lot of people who need low calorie and low sugar. 2 tablespoons, 15 calories. How's that carb? Say 5.
Yeah, 5 grams of carb.
Total sugars? 0.
Yeah.
That's really good. And it tastes
It does
pretty
have
good.
sucralose in it. Some people, sucralose makes them sick. So
Yeah.
look out.
Yeah.
I've already got a partial bag of this that I'm working on. So I'm going to empty it out first before I start my new one.
When you have a good repertoire of recipes, you can really save on ingredients like that.
Just use the same stuff again.
Yeah, and you don't have to make it like back to back during, in the same week or week back to, what am I trying to say? You don't have to make the same things back to back, for 2 weeks in a row, but stick it in the freezer and a couple weeks, you're ready for something else. You can do it.
I am bad to get in a routine if I'll like something and I'll just make it till I'm sick of it.
Yeah. We all do that.
For this, I just smush as many of these down in here as will fit.
Feels like the spirit of tater tot casserole coming on me.
It is this essentially tater tot casserole.
But for breakfast.
Each of mine, I just put 2 little tater tots in. So I try to make mine a little bit lower carb.
Yeah.
So if I have 2 egg bites per day, that's just 4 tater tots. That's not a lot.
No, that's not too bad.
And it really makes them taste so much better.
Oh, yeah.
This right here is the least cost-effective thing in these times. We use a 1.5 dozen eggs between these 2 recipes.
Well,
Because each of my egg bites takes about an egg, a little bit less with the tater tots. Then whatever's left goes into the casserole.
Well, if you think about that, even if you just did this 5 days a week instead of 7, is this breakfast 5 days a week?
This will make 6 for me and 6 for Ryan.
Okay, 6 days a week times 2 people. If you went to, say, Hardee's and got a biscuit or somewhere like that, it'd be much more than this. So you're still saving money. 1.5 dozen.
Next, we're going to scoop us in some cottage cheese. No specific amount, just whatever your heart tells you. I usually give it about 2 big spoonfuls. It just kind of adds some creaminess to it. It's kind of the alternative to adding mayonnaise or heavy cream.
Yeah.
It's kind of make sure that it gives you some protein so the calories aren't just empty, you know? A little bit of salt. The pepper, I give it about 1.5 cracks for every egg. So we've had 18.
As much as you want.
My gut feeling is saying 30. Then I give it garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika. I put smoked paprika in everything. I love it.
I do too. I love paprika. As Granny
And
calls
garlic
it,
powder.
paprika.
About half the amount of onion powder as I put garlic.
Yeah. Looked like maybe a teaspoon and then 1/2 teaspoon. I don't know. Something like that.
A lot. Then. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Look. It colors the bottle. You can't see.
This is a Tate family tragedy.
I have
Get out of there.
Oh, here's another one.
It's just regular paprika.
We'll suffer and use some regular paprika.
So that one was smoked.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It'll be all right. Now the oven's preheated to 425, and you're going to put all your little potatoes in for how long?
15 to 18 minutes.
15 to 18 minutes.
I'll probably just go ahead and put it in for 18.
While we're doing the eggs. Just blending them up. Wow, it's right at the top.
Mm-hmm. About 30 seconds or so. I don't know.
30-second blend.
It's kind of arbitrary.
Okay. Okay, they're going to get to work on the sausage now. Did you see that nice little olive oil sprayer? I have one of these, and I haven't got it filled up and stuff yet. It's nice for whenever I run out of my spray.
So this is the maple sausage. Point at it with my knife. This is the maple sausage links. Maple sausage links from Aldi. This is my very favorite sausage. It's so good. However, whenever you're putting it in the casserole, you have to do something terrible awful. And I just like this sausage so well that I do it. But I gotta put on gloves because I can't stand it.
Oh, it's in a little thingy,
It's in a little casing.
Yeah.
Have to deglove your sausage.
Yeah, you gotta get it out of there.
But it ain't so bad.
But now, why do you not have to take that off when you're just, what do you do, just fry yours?
Yeah, it's a sausage casing. It's edible.
Oh.
It's just if you're frying it up to put it in a casserole, you kind of want it to be like crumbly sausage instead of links.
Yeah. And this was how much? A pound? 12 ounces. But you could definitely use just a
Oh yeah,
pound
you
of
could just
sausage.
use regular old sausage. I just really like this maple sausage.
Well, I can't wait to try it. All the potatoes are coming out. Oh, those look yummy.
Now I'm going to turn the oven down to about 350 before we get to cooking the eggs. All the sausage.
So you're putting that whole 12 ounces of the sausages that you
Whole
crumbled
12
up.
ounces of sausages goes in here.
Goes over Ryan's casserole. Yummy.
Spread her out a little bit. Now on top of Ryan's, he'll get a lot of bit of cheese.
Just using cheddar,
Yeah, just mild cheddar.
whatever you want.
Pepper jack shredded cheese. Aldi carries it. I like that on stuff.
I was just thinking spicy. You put some bell peppers or something in here and do the pepper jack. if you're really feeling froggy, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ryan's gets cheddar cheese, and he gets a good bunch of it. And I put just a little bit of pepper jack cheese in each of mine.
So you did have some pepper jack after all.
I did have some pepper jack. I keep it on hand. I love it.
Can you just do a little bit on yours? Just enough. Just enough.
Then we get a little bit of bacon bit action.
Oh, bacon bits and sausage.
Yeah.
Yum.
So again, I put a good bunch into Ryan's.
And just a little sprinkling of bacon bits.
A little
on
sprinkling for mine.
It really doesn't take much.
Just enough to kind of give it some flavor.
And aren't the pre-cooked bacon crumbles the most wonderful thing
For real.
that's ever been invented? Ryan's pouring the eggs.
It's too heavy for me.
It's a lot. And he's just filling the muffin cups up. And we did have that cottage cheese in there. We were talking about that for a little extra protein and stuff. And it does just bulk them up. And doing the mixer like that really breaks that cottage cheese down.
Especially if you don't like the texture.
Yeah.
Open it out a little bit more.
And I don't know if any of you guys were around for that video I made about cottage cheese where I tried to make that bread with the cottage cheese and the eggs. And I didn't use a blender. And mine did not necessarily turn out so great. But if you blend it, that does work. That bread will just bake right up. And you can use it like a flatbread wrap. So look how smooth the eggs are. Like you would not know there's cottage cheese. Yeah. He's shorting Callie.
Behind you. Say.
Mama Mel's on watch here. Don't be shorting my daughter.
We're putting it in the oven.
These are going back in, and you turned it down to
About
what did you say?
350.
Yeah, 350.
Just so the top of the eggs don't get scorched.
Yeah.
This right here is the scariest part of meal prep. Is getting these egg cups
Yeah.
into the oven.
I don't know if I could even do it with them on a pan.
Sometimes I do put a pan under it, but you can't do that and fit the casserole
No.
there.
Okay. Whoops. They're okay.
They're fine.
And you said these go in until
Ryan says they're done.
Ryan says they're done.
I'll start checking them about 12 minutes.
Mark it up. Sounds good.
So stick a thermometer in. Yeah.
What are we looking for temp-wise?
210-ish.
Okay.
So I think these are all done.
My
Yummy.
my tater tots floated this time.
They did, didn't they?
It's so funny. If you watch them, though, they look like they're big and puffed up, but they go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one needs
That's not done.
Casserole's got to go a while. While those were baking up, been frying the other package of sausages up, and that goes with these. Dishing up the egg bites. You put 2 in each of your little bowls over there, correct? They did deflate just a little, like you said.
And see, look in here. It's such a pain.
Oh, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. That one come out really good. And then back here's Ryan's casserole. It take a few more minutes, than the little muffins do.
And that'll make him 5 servings of breakfast, and then 1 for us to try.
There we go. And here is 6 days of breakfast prep for you, Callie. You put 2 of the sausage links in here.
And then I end up with 2 extra, so that's just a little treat for 2 of the days.
There you go. You never know. You never know what day you're going to get that 3rd sausage, do you?
The best part,
Oh, there's more.
I take my sugar-free syrup
Yes.
and I drizzle me just a little bit over my egg bites and sausage.
Yummy. You just eat this with a fork?
Uh-huh.
That is delicious. I love it. You can stick it in the microwave at work.
Microwave it for about a minute and 10, minute 20, and it's all good.
Okay. Awesome. I love it.
Here's our breakfast. We've got 6 days of breakfast for me. And like I said earlier, I have mine with a thing of Greek yogurt. And we've got 5 days of breakfast for Ryan, and 1 for us to taste test over here. And he has his with either toast or a smoothie.
So you have a yogurt with this too.
Uh-huh.
That's a great breakfast. I'm sorry I deprived you with granola bars.
I like granola bars.
All those years, child. During the school year.
I was never a breakfast eater until Ryan got me onto it.
Yeah, we never really ate breakfast during the week. Let's try it. I actually cut it into 3 pieces so that we can all share. I will, of course, take the corner piece because it's my channel. I piece it out of the corner piece of anything. It's super hot. Make sure I don't burn myself.
Oh.
That's really good. It's almost as good as that big fatty casserole I make for Christmas.
That's
The
kind of
cheese.
what this makes me think of.
You don't taste the cottage cheese. I mean, the eggs are super fluffy, and I think that's in part to the cottage cheese, but it's seasoned so nicely with all that onion powder and garlic powder and the paprika. And I like this sausage too.
It has just a little bit of sweetness to it.
It does. It's very, very good.
A lot of bit of sweetness when you put the sugar-free syrup on it.
Ryan also made us a little Thai tea.
Not chai tea.
Not
Thai
chai.
tea.
And because I like a London fog or a chai tea warm. So I was surprised. I thought he said a chai tea, but this is a Thai tea. And I don't know what else in it. It's got some vanilla, some kind of tea. It's really, really good though. I like it.
Now, this is the most important rule of meal prep, is to make sure that everything is completely come to room temperature before you cover it up. Because if you don't, and then put it straight in the fridge, everything's going to end up soggy. It's not going to hold well throughout the week. It's just going to be nasty, and you don't want that.
Put too much time and effort into it.
Yeah, if you're spending a whole day cooking, you want it to be good throughout the week.
Here is what you've been waiting for. What is the breakdown of cost here? The breakfast. This is 6 servings of casserole and 6 of the breakfast bowls. That's 12 servings of breakfast, $1.70 per serving. You're not going to get that anywhere.
So this is for our chicken and wild rice soup. The only thing I don't have out here is the onions because I don't want to drag them out.
No, don't worry about that.
These we already had from last week. We made the same soup.
Yeah,
So we didn't have to buy carrots again.
awesome. And there's the broth. This is actually what it's for. I'm going to try it. You know, I'm not a rice fan. It's the texture.
It doesn't taste like rice
In a soup,
in a soup. It just tastes almost like little pastas.
I need to try that. Celery.
Then this right here is a little trick I like to do. I just put about half of this jar in there.
Mhm.
And then for lunch, with the other half of the jar,
There you
have
go.
this. It doesn't make enough to meal prep, but on meal prep day, I like to just make something real quick and easy for lunch.
Yeah. So you'll eat the raviolis today? Awesome.
We'll have some ravioli for
Love
lunch.
And a little half and half with it.
A little bit.
Cut it.
Well, not a little.
Well, a lot.
A lot of half and half goes into the soup.
Well, that's why you have the low-fat mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
It the body doesn't know.
It all evens out.
That and we like to cut up some of this nice crusty Italian bread.
Oh,
and have on the
yeah.
side with it.
Yeah, that's a great meal.
I love all these Italian bread. This will mostly be for our dinner. We'll pull the soup out. We don't portion it out. We just leave it in a
Yeah.
whole pot.
And just eat out of it all week.
I'm going to start off with a good scoop of my light butter. So now we're going to pop in our onion and celery.
I love to smell onion browning up in butter. Sorry, I just
Oh, you're good.
get my hand in there.
Toss it, get it all coated. We'll wait till these are kind of translucenty. You're never going to guess what I'm going to add to this.
What?
Some garlic powder. Some onion powder.
I'm having deja vu.
Some paprika.
Mm-mm-mm.
And a little bit of cumin, just because it feels right.
Yeah. What about Italian seasoning? You ever do that in it?
We could give it some Italian. We're also going to give it a healthy amount of garlic.
Gotta have the old garlic. I don't know why people hate on charred garlic. I think it's the most wonderful thing ever.
I'm just going to finish out this whole container of garlic.
Go for it.
But once you get your garlic in there, you got to watch it like a hawk so your garlic doesn't burn.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing that's going in, whole thing of Aldi rotisserie chicken.
It's a big pound. Now, this is going to be dinner for you guys some of the nights, or like when you get home, supper at the end of the day, right?
Uh-huh.
And this would probably, y'all probably eat off this 3, maybe 4 nights.
Yeah.
And then,
And we don't get through all of our lunches during the week, too. That's the potatoes and the
chicken casserole.
yeah, and the chicken casserole. We won't get through all of that.
Yeah, sometimes you go out
Have
and
some
eat.
of that for dinners, too.
Yeah.
And we'll probably go out a little bit for dinners as well.
Yeah, you got to have a night or two a week where you do something fast, or you're out and about and you do stuff, or you go out and eat. And then sometimes at lunch too, coworkers want to go out, and you need to do that if you're able. You know, enjoy life. The food will be there in the fridge when you get back.
Oh, yeah.
Honey, this is a huge thing.
It's good.
This is a lot. I wonder if it would freeze well.
It doesn't stay around long enough to freeze.
Are you serious? That's a big
I go
pot of
through
soup.
it.
That is a huge pot of soup.
Now, we just used a little bit of this,
Oh yeah, in the taco.
so we're going to call it a full container.
And that's the 32 ounces of chicken broth.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that times 2.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a 1 down. This carton had a really good looking recipe for chicken tortellini chili. What does yours have on it?
Chicken tortellini chili.
Same one. That looks good. Let me pull this up here. And you guys can screenshot this if you'd like. Let me go down to the instructions. There's your new recipe. You're welcome.
Now, once we put this rice in here, it's going to take up a whole lot of this broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 more cups of water
Okay.
and a good spoonful of this better than bouillon.
This is down here. I'm at a weird angle. Sorry.
A good spoonful of this better than bouillon.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. We call it the better than bouillons. Let me show it to him. Oh, my gosh. If my hands will work. I'm like an old woman. I can't get it open. Oh, my gosh. There we go.
It's the awfulest looking stuff.
It's not.
It is.
I tell them about this a lot because I used to keep this all the time. But recently, I've been buying the bouillon powders because you don't have to keep it in the refrigerator. You just keep it in the pantry and you mix it with water. The better than bouillon, so we call it. I think it's a little bit richer tasting, and it's this paste. You do need to keep this in the refrigerator, but this right here is the reduced sodium one. This is 100 servings, and this lasts forever.
I use pretty generous servings.
Oh, I do too. I use a lot of it when I use it because I just think it has a wonderful, wonderful taste. So that was 1 cup of water.
That was 2 cups.
Okay.
But I think it needs a 3rd cup.
Okay.
Because the last time I made this, it ended up a little bit chunky,
Yeah.
where the rice took up so much water.
Yeah. But I like a thick soup. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
me. I'm like a cracker girly. If I'm eating soups or something, I want to have some crackers or bread or cornbread or something down in there. I like it.
Big old spoonful.
Oh, wow. So we've got 1 big spoonful.
And that'll find its way in there.
Yes. It'll cook down and dissipate.
So now that we're bowling.
Bowling. We're bowling.
What? It just came out of my mouth.
You went back to your childhood when you was a country hillbilly
Oh,
girl.
God. Now that we're boiling,
No, we're bowling.
we're bowling. we're going to add this half a jar of this Alfredo sauce. Gonna stir that in.
Did you make this recipe up? Look at you.
I just kind of came up with it.
That's awesome.
I loosely followed a recipe, but then I changed it entirely.
Well, that's the best. I do that all the time. That's the best way.
So each of these things of rice comes with a little seasoning packet, which we are going to take full advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
It's got seasonings and some little red peppers.
Convenience foods are awesome.
Oh, that's going to go in there.
Long grain and wild rice, roasted vegetable and chicken.
Yes. Long grain and wild rice, roasted vegetable and chicken.
Yeah. See, it sounds so good, and it even looks so hearty. I hope I can just do it. I try rice all the time.
I feel like you're going to be fine. It's not going to get you.
I try it all the time. I want to like it. I think it looks pretty when you serve stuff on it, and I just want to like it so bad. But it's just a texture thing. I'm a child. Okay, I'll
We'll let
turn
this
for
get
you.
back up to boiling. And then 30 minutes.
All right.
30 minutes, we'll let her cook.
Oh, that's going to be so good, full of chicken and all kinds of goodness.
So now it's been 30 minutes, and just see how much this has thickened up with the rice.
What really
You've
happened?
got to add that extra water.
Yeah.
And it just keeps thickening up the longer it sits, too. Now you can use heavy cream, you can use half and half. This right here is where this soup gets you.
You mean like with calories and fat?
Yeah. This is a half a cup. We're going to start here and see where a half a cup gets us.
Okay.
But really, the more you add, the better it gets.
Oh, yeah. I love a creamy soup. You could put cream cheese in here too, I bet. That's half a cup, heavy whipping cream.
And I just kind of go by the color of it, see if it looks right.
How you like it. It's still full of vegetables.
I might give it another quarter of a cup.
Yeah.
It just looks like it needs it.
Yeah. Need to be a little bit lighter, didn't? That looks really pretty.
Toast us up some bread for it.
Sure. It smells wonderful. It looks wonderful. I really don't see the rice. You can't see it for the shredded chicken. It's so hot.
Look at all that steam coming off of it.
Oh.
I'm going to let that chill for a minute.
That's really good. I can't feel the rice. Does that make sense? Like, I don't feel the
I feel like
texture of it.
it's just like pasta or something in there. You
Mhm.
don't even know it's there.
Once you get the shredded chicken in here, with this rice, you don't taste it. It's really good. Like, you taste it, I guess, but I don't feel the texture of it. Super good. This is good for like a snow day too. But I like soup year round. Very good.
And we have it with some nice crusty bread that we toast up.
And you guys will have this for dinner.
Mhm.
And you'll have plenty enough that you could take it for lunch if you needed to, or
What
whatever.
usually ends up happening is we run out of soup and end up eating our leftover lunches for dinners.
There you go. This is good, Callie.
Now, this is my favorite soup.
Heck.
I had it for breakfast the other day because I just wanted it so bad.
All right. For this huge pot of chicken soup that Callie and Ryan are going to be eating for supper this week.
And we've done been eating out of.
That's right. We've already been eating on all this today. But she says 6 servings. This is more than 6 servings. $3 a serving. This is the most expensive, but it's still not that expensive. And it's much more than 6 servings. One of my favorite things about spring, or really any time that the seasons change, is to see the unique and delicious new jam recipes that my friend Janice with Jam and Jams has created for us. If you've been here a while, you've seen these jams many, many times here on my channel. And friends, this spring's lineup might just be the most delicious yet. It's full of berries, lavender, and fruit combinations that you just won't find anywhere else. Jam and Jams are made in small batches with the freshest of ingredients, and you can taste the difference. No artificial flavors or preservatives, 100% dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, and they're low in sugar. Plus, there's no mystery about what is inside these jams. The ingredients right there on the label are simple and easy to pronounce. The peach is probably my all-time favorite jam from Jam and Jams, and this peachy blueberry jam is absolutely amazing. I think this might be a new summertime favorite for me. I love the blend of the two. But don't think that jams are just for breakfast. Jam and Jam has plenty of savory options too, and they're all perfect for wraps, sandwiches, skillet meals, tacos, marinades, sauces, and appetizers. I've used their jams in just about any way you can think of. And you might have noticed these sleek new jars too. They're still 9 ounces, but they just fit perfectly in your refrigerator door. Something else brand new are these duos. Janice has picked a lot of flavor combinations that complement one another and packaged them together in 2 4-ounce jars. They're perfect for gift giving or just treat yourself. And if you're still not sure where to start, they always offer their 4 flavor sampler bundles too. Coming in right up there with peach is strawberry, my other all-time favorite. And I also love the lavender jams that they bring out in the summer. So this lavender, vanilla, strawberry, I just can't wait to try it. Absolutely a winner. This would be delicious spread on some pound cake. And if you find yourself in the Smokies and staying at Dollywood's Harp Song Lodge, you're going to be served Jam and Jams with your breakfast there too. I couldn't be more proud of my precious friend Janice and her family's business, and it's an honor that she trusts me to share it with you. And in celebration of Janice's birthday tomorrow, she has a great discount for you. Go to jamandjamstn.com, or you can click the link in the description box to get 20% off of a minimum $35 order using the code BIRTHDAY. Pick up your old favorites and try some of the new spring varieties too. That's jamandjamstn.com. Use code BIRTHDAY to get 20% off of your $35 minimum order. And let me know in the comments, what flavors are you trying this spring?
So I like to divvy out and go ahead and cut up all of my fruits and veggies for the week, because with my lunch, I'll take me a serving of veggies to eat with my lunch. I'll have me a serving of fruit later in the day as a little snack.
That's good.
And I just go ahead, and honestly, it's always the same veggies. The carrots and the little baby cucumbers and cherry tomatoes. They're just my favorite. And I just go ahead and chop them up. This will give me probably about 7 or so servings.
That's great.
So 1 for every day of the week. If I don't chop up my veggies, I won't eat them.
That's exactly how I am.
I just go ahead and have them
Do you
ready.
put any dip with them?
No, I just eat them. So I got 2 things of strawberries that were like $2 a piece.
And they're Florida ones.
And they're
Different
Florida ones.
They're always good. I don't know, maybe it's just my mind, but I feel like the Florida ones are sweeter.
This is for our chicken casserole. It's kind of similar to my mom's recipe, but I do a couple little changes in it to make it a little lower calorie and a little bit higher protein. And I throw in some vegetables in it too.
I love
Just
chicken and
to
broccoli
kind of
casserole.
stretch it out more.
Yeah. I don't know what that is back there. I've never seen that stuff.
This right here is light mayonnaise.
I didn't know they made such things.
Hear me out though, it's just 35 calories a tablespoon, and it tastes just like regular
good.
mayonnaise.
You know, I like the mayonnaise with the olive oil if I don't have to look at it. It just has a weird color to it.
That, and I cut it too with some non-fat plain Greek yogurt
Mm-hmm.
that you can't even tell it's in there, and it adds so much protein to it.
Awesome.
And the stuffing mix that goes on top of it calls for, between the two of them, a whole stick of butter.
Yeah.
So I use this instead. It's just 50 calories a tablespoon
Awesome.
instead of 100 calories a tablespoon.
Well, every little bit helps, you know?
This is for the soup, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Got 1 can of cream and chicken soup, and I like that you mix the 2 stuffings.
I can never decide which one I like better, so I just get one of each.
Best of both worlds. And
Then this right here,
rotisserie.
you could save a lot of money on that, just
Yeah.
shredding up your own chicken.
Yeah.
But there is nothing I hate more than to shred up chicken and to cook chicken and to touch chicken. I hate it so much.
I know. That is a convenience item that if my budget allows it, and now that you guys are buying your own food, my budget allows it, I'll always splurge on that. It's really nice. Next is
The chicken casserole.
chicken casserole.
I take the whole thing of this rotisserie chicken, dump it straight in. It's already good and seasoned up.
It really is. Look at all that in there. I love these rotisserie chickens. They're the best kind of chickens.
Take me just about a scant cup of this white mayonnaise. Not just full to pouring over.
Not a Mama Mel cup.
And not a Mama Mel cup.
Yes. I'm letting Ron film now so I can watch. She said, Mom, you're going to die when you see how I make my chicken casserole. But really, it's not that different. I use a cream of chicken soup, milk, and a little bit of mayonnaise.
Your website says you use 2 cans of cream of chicken.
Well, that's for a big one. I always make half for us. Yeah. Yeah, I have a website. It's called inthekitchenwithmamamel.com.
She lies about how she makes her recipes on there.
Well, I always have to have stuff. Really, even for a family of 4, some of those casseroles, I think people just make them too big. It's too much. You got to learn to put a salad and some sides with stuff.
It's like, scant cup. Dump her on in.
It's that white mayonnaise, and it really doesn't taste bad.
Oh, it's fine. Got my plain Greek yogurt. Sometimes it'll kind of separate with some liquid on it, but that's okay. Someone on TikTok said that's where the protein's at.
In the liquid?
Mm-hmm. So don't pour it off. Just stir it back in. It's good for you. Doesn't mean it's gone bad.
Children, should I post on the TikTok?
You have to do the dances.
People on the TikTok are mean.
People on the TikTok are mean. Y'all are very nice here. I don't know if I could handle the TikTok.
Wrestle open this cream of chicken.
Can throw that.
Thank you.
Trash your recyclables.
Trash.
Okay.
Just want to rinse it off.
I know.
Goes in the trash.
Not today, Satan. Sorry.
And I give it my nice little holy trinity of seasonings. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Regular paprika. 'Cause no more smoked paprika.
That is a Mama Mel thing. I don't put it in my chicken casserole, but I do use those a lot, and Italian seasoning. I don't think I put Italian seasoning in like a casserole like this, but when I'm just seasoning that stuff.
Lots of pepper.
Yeah.
Go ahead and preheat this back up to, you do 350 or 375?
375. I cover it for the first like 30 minutes.
Steam broccoli.
Are we gonna steam it?
Mhm.
Yeah, get it all mixed.
Just do some pre-mixing before it gets the broccoli.
This would make a huge casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a giant casserole.
This is like
13.
9 by 13. Yeah, this is much bigger than the casserole that I make.
Now we're gonna make our stuffing mix. 1.5 cups of water. Twice.
So 3.
And I'm gonna do a little bit scant because last time I made this, I thought the stuffing stayed kind of too wet.
So you're going to make both these boxes of stuffing.
Yep.
And 1.5 cups of water for each one. But how much are you using this time?
Just a little
A
scant.
little less. Okay.
And it calls for 1/2 stick of butter per.
Oh, I hate that. That's so frustrating.
Oh my god. This is about as wide as one. This is about, we're gonna call this a stick of butter.
Yeah, that looks good. Doesn't have to be exact. It's casserole. Everything's gonna come out fine in the end.
We're gonna call that a stick of butter.
Yep.
Now we're boiling and our butter's all melted. So I'm just gonna make these by the package directions
×2.
×2.
Chicken and cornbread.
Chicken and cornbread.
Those are the best.
I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. Let it all get to know each other. So we're taking this off the heat, cover her up, and let it sit for at least 5 minutes, but longer won't hurt it.
Yeah, and then we'll fluff it up.
Now I'm just putting both of my things of broccoli in here.
You said the last time you made this, you just used one of the steamable broccolis. It
Yeah.
wasn't enough.
The last time I made it, it just wasn't enough broccoli in it.
Kind of chunking it up.
Yeah, give it, sometimes there are big old things of broccoli in here.
And Callie
Chop it
did
up a little
drain all the water off that
Yeah.
after she steamed it. Oh, I could just eat it like that.
Oh, but think of the stuffing.
Oh, yeah, the stuffing. Greasing up that 9 by 13.
I greased the shoo-shoo out of it.
I do too. I've always said that if I don't mention it 99.9% of the time, audience, I have sprayed the pan. I spray everything. That's a lot of casserole. This is a very...
I'm a lot of woman.
Me too. This is a very... Casseroles are just the best bang for your buck. They go a long way. And man, they just come together so quick.
And this will make us 6 servings. We do a pretty good size serving.
Do you have any sides with it?
No.
Okay.
Other than my chopped up veggies.
Yeah. So this is the whole meal, meat and veggies in here. And bread. Fluffing that stuffing. Oh, that lid. You took it off. It smells so good.
I love stovetop stuffing.
I made potato cakes last night for me and your daddy. And I was remembering the ones I made that night with the stuffing in them when you guys were over and we had steaks and we had those potato cakes with stuffing. That was so good.
Now this is the scary part.
Oh, you got it.
Here's my problem. I can't avoid that happening. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, it's just a lot in that pan, I guess. And if you don't have stovetop stuffing, you can use the Pepperidge Farm stuffing like I use on a regular chicken casserole. And I just put it on here dry if I'm using the Pepperidge Farm, and I just pour, you know, a little bit of chicken broth. For this size, probably 1 cup or 1.5 cups of chicken broth over the top of it before you bake it. But this way, your stuffing's already wet. You don't have to put any additional chicken broth or anything on it.
Totally forgot to put my cheese on here. It goes between the casserole mixture and the stuffing,
Yeah,
but I hardly put any cheese on it anyway,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna let it go.
I forgot.
I don't
cheese.
need that cheese anyway.
I forgot cheese on something the other night too. Okay, got it covered with some aluminum foil. What are you putting it in? 375?
Yeah, 375. I'll give it about 30 minutes or so,
I love that timer.
and then I'll leave it uncovered for about 7 to 10.
Yeah,
Let it get a little toasty,
just like Mama.
just like Mama.
I love this. Y'all have heard me say on my channel a number of times that I had a daughter who had a peanut allergy. It's Callie. No nuts, please, food or otherwise. Love that. Wow, Callie, this looks so good. And I'm actually eating some of it that's left over right now.
Yeah, I just made the same casserole twice and it's so good.
Yeah. So I can attest to the deliciousness of this chicken and broccoli casserole. It is very, very good. Callie's dishing up the casserole. It's still really good and hot. Just putting it in here, and she's made 6 very, very generous cuts in this. If you were just making this casserole for dinner,
Like if you had a side or something with it.
yeah, you could serve 8 or 10 people or
Easily.
more out of that. But if you were just taking this for your lunch and you have your meat and your veggie and your bread all in there, that's a really nice size serving. Once again, got everything sitting out here. Gonna let it cool. Callie says the first rule of meal prep is
Let it cool.
let your meal prep cool. So that looks delicious. Gonna let it cool. And guys, I'm trying to keep the dishes washed. Callie plated us up a little bit of casserole. This was actually what was left from the casserole that she made last week. And she mentioned she's only going to be using half of this jar of Alfredo. So she boiled up those raviolis and poured half of that jar in there. So we're going to have some ravioli Alfredo and a little casserole for lunch.
And a little vegetable action for me and Mom. Right? I didn't want none.
Yeah, we got a little veggies too. We're set to go. This is just one of the perks of filming meal prep. I'm going to eat 3 square meals today. The chicken and broccoli casserole, 6 servings of that. And honestly, those are huge servings because you're not eating any extra vegetables or anything on the side. Everything's in the casserole. 6 servings, $2.95 a serving.
So this here is for a recipe that I've not tried yet. That's sweet potatoes and taco seasoned ground turkey. I'm going to put in some Brussels sprouts for some green. Mom wants some avocado with hers, but it just doesn't heat up well during the week. So you'll just enjoy some avocado today.
Yeah.
And then have Brussels sprouts for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
It's got some cottage cheese on it. And I almost forgot. Oh, don't show them
I
our
want to show you the
cabinet.
cabinets. Yeah.
The hot honey. This also came from Aldi, but we already had it around.
This
The
was a
hot honey.
recipe that I saw on TikTok, and I said, if we're making meal prep, can we make it? Because I've never had ground turkey. Like, I've had turkey bacon, and I loved it, but somebody else cooked it. There's something about seeing it, but I think especially with the taco meat, I'm excited to try it.
Now, I will say one of my favorite meal prep things to make is some form of potato with some form of taco meat
Mm-hmm.
or hamburger meat seasoned up like a kind of burger bowl,
Yeah.
and then veggies as toppings.
Yeah, that's my girl right there.
But last week, I tried something a little bit different,
Yeah.
and they didn't have any already cubed up potatoes, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to cube up any potatoes. So I tried it with French fries and made some loaded fries, and that was the most awful, awful. It just turned into a mush. So
Oh.
don't do that.
Yeah, don't do the fries.
Don't do the fries.
I think the sweet potatoes will be really good.
Yeah, I think the potatoes cubed up should hold up a little bit better than my nasty French
And
fries.
I've made a number of skillet meals with a taco flavor, like taco flavored beef and black beans with sweet potatoes. It doesn't sound like that goes together, but
it does.
it does. It's really delicious.
I'm a little
Right.
skeptical of the cottage cheese on this, but we'll
Well,
find out.
that's what they did on the Facebook.
We'll find out. Now we're getting started on our potato-y dish. What were we calling that?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato
taco.
taco bowl.
Protein bowl, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And I'm going to start with chopping up my Brussels sprouts. These
Okay.
come already washed in a bag from Aldi.
I love that.
I'm going to do the little bitty ones in halves and the big ones in quarters.
Look how pretty and green they are.
They're so nice.
Yeah. And this,
If it's got a big old thing like this, I might chop it
yeah,
off.
cut that stem off. This is a dish that I saw and wanted us to make. Callie had another one in mind. It was, what was it, Callie?
It was a Mexican cheesy kind of beef and rice bowl.
Yeah.
But Mama don't like rice. So I figured I'd only subject her to one rice dish today.
They're so sweet to me.
Me and Ryan both love anything with rice in it.
Yeah.
It's a meal prep staple.
It really is. I guess that's why I don't meal prep. And it had avocados on the top. But Callie, she said, well, what other kind of veggie, could you put? And she decided on Brussels sprouts, which I think is awesome. I love Brussels sprouts. Patrick's not a fan, so I rarely make them. So this will be a treat. And I'm still going to put some avocado on mine too, but this is really smart.
Avocado just don't heat up well for meal prep.
No, it sure wouldn't. It's going to turn brown. You got to be able to eat it right there fresh.
Gonna spray these boys down with a little bit of oil to make all of our seasoning stick.
What kind of oil are you using, Callie?
It's just olive oil.
Olive oil.
Hitting them with some salt,
Yummy.
garlic powder,
Delish.
onion powder, paprika.
All the good stuff.
You get in here and let it all get to know each other.
And we're going to roast these, but we've decided to roast the sweet potatoes on a separate sheet pan because, they may not all take the same amount of time.
Yeah, we have no idea how long they're about to take.
I know sweet potatoes take a bit. And we're going to roast these at 400 degrees until they're done. Till Ryan tells us to take them out, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's Callie.
I can tell the Brussels sprouts. They usually take about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So they start getting a little bit of brown activity.
Yeah. Ryan's the go-to on these things, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Callie's finishing up sweet potatoes for our sweet potato bowl. We're going to have a lot of sweet potatoes. But that'll be good. I love them, don't you?
Yeah, maybe we can make 5 bowls instead of 4.
We may be able to.
An extra serving out of it.
Mm-hmm. Spraying them with the olive oil. Usual suspects, Callie.
Garlic. Onion.
I really like paprika.
Paprika.
Got any chili powder?
I do have some chili
That would
powder.
be really good, seeing as how we're making it like taco-ish. A little chili powder too.
Chili powder action.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cumin?
Lo-
Let's
Ooh, I do love
do some
cumin.
cumin. Got all the
I
spices.
put cumin in a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, I do too. I like it.
It almost gives it just like a little bit of a sweet kind of taste.
Yummy. She's her mother's daughter. Slinging the sweet potatoes everywhere. You got to get everything coated though, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut away just for a moment. Over on the other side of the kitchen, Ryan's prepping up a bunch of carrots. He's getting ready to do some celery, or you've already done the celery and the onions. This is going to be for that chicken wild rice soup. He has nice knife skills. I'm going to make him all nervous now.
Neat little trick if you're like me and hate getting stuff on your hands. Pinch here with one.
Yes.
Just the clean inside to get rid of the other. And nothing's touched your hands.
Spoken like a true professional that wears gloves all day, every day. Okay, we're going to put them in now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move our Brussels sprouts to the bottom.
Yeah, they're looking good.
They're starting to look like...
Mhm.
Ryan, do you think these are done?
I believe they are.
Kind of look done.
Yeah,
No.
I believe they're done.
And go the potatoes.
Go the potatoes. We actually probably should have started them first. They're a little bit harder, but
You live, you learn.
that's right. You ever put like a...
How much time you reckon they ought to have? 30?
Start with 20. We'll check them. These are their little timers. Isn't that cute? This not micro. Magnetic. They're magnetized up there. Callie, have you ever made the Brussels sprouts where you do like maple syrup and do you do brown sugar and bacon? And
I've never done that.
oh my gosh, it defeats the whole purpose of eating the Brussels sprout, but they're really good.
Now we're going to dish out our potatoes with Benny supervising.
She's so pretty. These did take about 20 minutes. And looks like we're gonna get 5 servings
Well,
out of here.
4
with-
servings, but
When
got
you
a little container out for us to make up a little tiny one just for
Yeah, we need to
the
try
sake
it.
of trying.
Whenever you're using this as your lunch and you work a 10-hour day, you need a big serving.
Yeah. Like looking at this, I'm kind of wishing I made an extra tato.
How many potatoes was this?
This was 4.
Yeah. But we haven't got our ground turkey in here yet, so
We still got some Brussels sprout to get in there.
yeah, you still got a lot of potato left.
To try today.
You still got a lot of potato left too. You really do. She's the prettiest little girl. She's the prettiest little girl. The vet said she's getting a little chunky, but she's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not chunky. You're not chunky.
Oh, she's gonna start biting.
Oh, those Brussels sprouts look good. This is a very nutritious bowl. We're also going to have some ground turkey that we're making up with taco meat that's going to go in this bowl. And Ron is going to give us some good tips on making this. So,
Yeah, so ground turkey, it kind of looks a bit off. And
Is that-
so some tips to try and make it the texture and the look and the taste a bit better is you treat it like a smash burger. So anytime I'm cooking ground beef, I want to get a nice like brown sear on it before I flip it. So that way you don't just have sad gray meat. You've got something that actually looks nice.
that's a
And-
great idea.
And the nice crispy brown meat tastes a lot better than without doing that.
Yes, it sure does.
So a way to tell that your pan is hot enough is you can flick a little bit of water in it. And if the water starts rolling around, then you know it's ready.
Okay.
If it just sits there and sizzles, it's not quite hot enough. And now that it's kind of rolling around in droplets,
So it's
you know,
not going to sear it if it's not doing that.
yeah, you want to get it nice and hot to get a nice sear on it. See, a little bit of oil to help the heat transfer. And top in our turkey.
It's their hands.
I hear the sizzle. Ron's washing his hands. We're totally foodborne illness safe around here.
Yeah, and so treat it like a hamburger. Smash it down and get it pressed into the bottom of the pan so the bottom can get nice and brown.
But you can already see that it is.
It might stick a little bit, but just give it a bit of time, and as it gets a nice crust on the bottom, it'll release from the can.
Okay.
And so now where we can add seasonings. Yep. So I'm going to season this up with some salt and pepper, generous amount of salt, and some pepper. So I've just divided it into like 4 little portions so I can easily flip it over.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Nice and brown instead of just gray.
Yes. Get your pan plenty hot, too.
Mm-hmm. It's called a Maillard reaction when the proteins start to turn brown.
Oh, my gosh.
It's where your flavor comes from.
Science.
So now that we've let the other side have a chance to turn brown, we're about ready to chop up our meat. Yeah, the second side never usually gets as pretty as the first side. But now we can chop it up and add our taco seasoning.
Yeah, it's still better than what you think it's going to look like.
Yeah, than just a gray blob.
Yeah.
And it adds some texture too, a bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
So some of the meat has stuck to the bottom of the pan. That's more kind of burnt on flavor. So I'm going to use a little bit of chicken broth to kind of deglaze the pan and get some of that nice cooked chicken off the bottom.
Turkey.
No, I'm sorry, turkey.
I never say the right words for anything.
Yeah, add a little bit of chicken stock and stir it up to scrape that flavor off the bottom of the pan. And also makes it a lot easier to clean.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's nice and scraped. I'm gonna add some taco seasoning. This is just Ollie brand taco seasoning.
Buy that every time I'm there.
It's the whole package.
Yep, the whole package.
And stir that in. We can turn the heat down because we're pretty much done cooking. If this gets a little bit too dry, I may add a little bit more chicken broth.
Yeah, normally I think you do put water or something with it and it kind of cooks down.
I'm going to dirty another dish.
That's okay. I'm washing.
It's dishwasher safe.
And we got all the taco meat done. Okay. Putting a nice little healthy serving.
We got this big metal spoon off Amazon and we really like it.
It is nice.
Traded up one of our plastic ones for a metal one.
So now is what I'm a little bit skeptical of. We'll see how it turns out. So we put a little bit of cottage cheese on everything.
Now, if I was taking this to work, I wouldn't put the cottage cheese on until after I reheated all my little things. But cottage cheese is fine to reheat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can get it warm. I like it to be more like a substitute for sour cream or something.
And a little bit of hot honey.
Oh, yeah, the hot honey.
And I think I'm going to test this on our little test one before I put it on all of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a little skeptical.
She's skeptical. Okay, I'm going to give it a try now. See what I think. I really like them. I want to find me a little bit of turkey by itself. That's not bad, friends. That little ground turkey, that ain't bad at all. You think that I could trick your daddy with it, Callie?
No.
He'd be mad as a hornet if he found out, wouldn't he? I like it. The Brussels sprouts are really good. Cottage cheese, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the honey, I like the honey on it too.
This right here is how we keep track of what we have in the fridge. So we know what's there and we don't forget about it. Don't let it go bad. I've not chopped up my fruits yet. And the soup just kind of makes as many servings as we get out of it.
So this is what we're making today.
Yep, we've got, we would have 6 breakfasts for Ryan, but we ate one of
Well,
them.
we had to try it.
We've got 6 breakfasts for me, 6 servings of casserole, 4 of potatoes.
That's the sweet potato bowl.
Yeah, and a big old bowl of soup.
Yeah. And
Veggies that we're
veggies.
chopping up and the fruits that we'll have.
yeah, and tell us about fruit. You just kind of take something every day in your lunch, fruit-wise.
Yeah, just kind of to have a little sweet snack later in the day.
Yeah. We've got strawberries and
Yeah, strawberries and grapes usually, but
cuties.
cuties, yes. We also keep a big bowl of cuties for fruits
Yeah.
because I go through about 1 million of these a day.
And you don't have to buy any this week.
Yeah, didn't have to buy any this week because I got them on sale last week.
Yummy.
Bought 2 big things.
There you go. For this taco, Brussels sprout, sweet potato casserole that I just now remembered we forgot to cut up my avocado and put on it, we've got 4, almost 5 of these bowls for $2.83 a serving.
So here's just a little example of how I might pack up our food for work. For Ryan, he's got his lunch. He's got some fruits. He's not huge on veg at lunch, but I make him a little charcuterie bag with a little sweet treat, some snacks for the day, and he usually gets a little note because I love him.
Oh, that's cute. Got a meat stick, cheese, protein bar, and a Kit Kat, cinnamon applesauce, and cuties. And he's got broccoli chicken casserole. That's a great lunch.
Yeah, then in the morning he'll have his breakfast casserole, and he'll usually make himself a smoothie or some toast or something to go with it. And he'll have breakfast before he heads out for the day.
Yeah.
Me, I work 10-hour days, an hour away. So I don't have too much time in the mornings.
Yeah.
So I'll pack my little lunch to go. I'll usually
it.
have a Greek yogurt with it.
That's a good
And-
protein-filled breakfast.
Yeah, and I'll usually eat it while I have my time in the morning when I check my emails, get settled in for the day.
Yeah.
Then I've got me some casserole for lunch, serving of veggies, and some fruit as a little snack later in the day.
Yummy. And there is carrots and cucumbers and tomatoes. Now, will you take some of your pudding? Will you have a sweet treat?
I probably won't take that for lunch with me. I'll probably have that after dinner.
And I don't think we tested it on camera.
It was so good.
Yes, that pudding was delicious. It tastes like chocolate coffee.
It does.
Right.
It's very good.
I'm going to be buying me some protein shakes again just to have that. That was delish. I got to have my notes for the final reveal. This is a total of 28 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all week long for these two lovely people. And it comes to $67.45. That's $2.41 a serving. And
Aldi.
that's right, Aldi. And this ain't rice and beans. These kids are eating good. Callie does a great job putting these meal prep recipes together. If you want to see more of them, give this video a big thumbs up and let me know. And if I recover, Callie, we'll come back and do it again.
But it's just one day of cooking, and then you don't have to cook it all for the rest of the week other than maybe chopping up some fruits or veggies. It's worth it to me.
That's right. When you work a schedule like they do, busy young families, it is amazing to me. I don't know how young girls do it anymore. This was wonderful. And like I said, these are delicious recipes, $2.41 per serving for 28 meals for the whole week. This was awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Callie, for opening your and Ryan's home up to us. Be sure and come back next week. We love you guys. Thank you. And as always, we send you love from both of our kitchens.